Hey, what's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about crypto projects in recent years, Pi Network. You've probably heard about it from a friend, seen it on social media, or maybe even tapped that mining button yourself. But what exactly is Pi? Is it just another app taking up space on your phone, or is it actually going to be worth something someday? Let's break it down. First off, Pi is a cryptocurrency you mine right from your phone. No expensive graphics cards, no complex mining rigs, no massive electricity bills. You just open the app, tap a button once a day, and you're technically mining Pi. But it's not like Bitcoin mining, where you're solving cryptographic puzzles. Pi uses a consensus method that's more about building trust among users, based on something called the Stellar Consensus Protocol. So instead of computers doing heavy lifting, it's more about who you trust in your network. This approach made Pi incredibly accessible. You didn't need technical knowledge or money to get started. You just needed a phone and a referral. And that simplicity has helped it spread fast. We're talking over 55 million users worldwide. That's more than the population of many countries. It's kind of wild. Now, here's where things get tricky. Despite all those users and years of mining, Pi is not officially listed on any major cryptocurrency exchange. You can't sell it on Binance. You can't convert it to USDT. You can't buy a coffee with it outside the Pi ecosystem. And that makes people wonder, is Pi actually worth anything? Technically, it's not worth anything yet. Pi is still in what the core team calls the enclosed mainnet phase. That means the blockchain is live, but it's not open to the public or connected to external wallets and exchanges. Everything that happens with Pi happens inside its own ecosystem. So, for now, you can use Pi within the network for things like community marketplaces or apps built specifically for Pi, but you can't trade it freely like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Despite that, some platforms have tried to place a speculative value on Pi. For example, some IOUs, basically placeholder versions of Pi traded on secondary markets, are being exchanged at around $39 to $40 per coin. But that's all speculative. You can't withdraw those coins, and they're not connected to the actual Pi you've mined. It's people betting on what they think Pi might be worth in the future. So if you see someone claiming they've made thousands of dollars from their Pi balance, they're either confused or exaggerating. As of now, the Pi in your app has no official market value. It's all potential. And yes, potential is what this project is all about. The core team isn't rushing to launch on exchanges. They've said many times that before Pi opens to the public, they want to build a real ecosystem. That means they want people building apps that use Pi. They want vendors and developers to accept Pi as payment. They want real-world utility, not just hype. They also want all users to go through KYC, Know Your Customer, which helps ensure everyone is a real person and not just a bot farming coins. That's a huge process considering the size of the community, and it's one of the main reasons the full launch is taking so long. A lot of people are frustrated. They've been tapping the app every day for years and they still can't cash out. Some have given up. Others are still holding out hope that when Pi finally hits exchanges, it will take off and make all that patience worth it. So is Pi a scam? Honestly, there's no solid evidence to call it one. You're not paying money to mine. You're not being promised huge profits. You're not being sold a dream, at least not directly. The developers behind Pi are real people with academic backgrounds, and they've published white papers, built infrastructure, and engaged with the community. But at the same time, you're giving them something. Not money, but your time, your data, and maybe your trust. That's the trade-off. Pi Network is betting that by the time the doors open to the public, they'll have an entire ecosystem in place, ready to go, kind of like launching an app store, but every app uses Pi as currency. And if that happens, Pi could actually be useful. And if it's useful, it might end up having value. So where does that leave us? Right now, Pi is still in limbo. It's not worth zero, but it's not worth real dollars either. It's a work in progress, and how much it's worth depends entirely on what the developers do next. If they launch Open Mainnet soon, and there's a clear use case with working apps and vendors accepting it, then yeah, we could be looking at a serious player in the crypto space. But if delays continue, and people lose interest, it could end up being just another ambitious idea that never made it. That's the honest truth. Pi is not a scam, but it's not a sure thing either. It's a long shot with a big user base and a unique approach, but it still has everything to prove. If you're mining, keep your expectations in check. You might end up with something valuable one day, or you might just have a cool experiment to look back on. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you still tapping that button every day? Have you bought or sold anything using Pi? Or are you over it? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new, and hit the bell so you don't miss future updates. I'll keep you posted the moment anything big happens in the Pi universe. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.